Quad. Busy market town situated on the... Sorry, what's that? There I am. Northeastern coast of Dalmatia, where the Strait of Altha drains slowly into the gaping crater of Dalmakia's Falls. Also known as the Thousand Tables, its streets throng with merchants from across the realm, each loudly hawking their wares to keen-eyed customers, intent on finding a bargain. The gate at the rear of the town leads directly onto the Crystal Road, and therefore out of the Republic. As such, it is heavily guarded against unauthorized entry or exit.
The Crimson Caravans is my family business now, and I would not exchange it for the world. I brought Theo here to be safe, and I have never looked back since.
Aww. Oh, sorry what happened to Theo. But, good news is, we are one quest zone in Martha's Rest away from being finished with all this. All this green. Another good news is I almost have enough for a Raging Fist to be unlocked, so I can put that on my Phoenix as my R1, R2 plus square. That's pretty exciting. Good stuff. Could also do a pile drive. Interesting. Multiple shards of ice that upon striking heavier. Diamond dust. Giga Chat Flare. Yeah, I might put Titan Reading Fist on. Could also do Wind Up. Alright, well, we're done in the desert. We only got one zone left to do for greens. Hell yeah. We're almost there. We're almost back to the main story. Just bear with me a little bit longer and we'll get there. And one of the things in here is just me picking up a sphere and turning it in. That's exciting. You have new stuff?
Dorys should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
What are you selling?
Anything catch your eye?
Potions.
There you go. Thanks very
Hopefully I
much.
stop playing like shit. Breath of Light, Satellite, Breath of Ice, right.
Take care out there, eh?
Just because the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin, it don't mean we have to. Now,
Where's Dorys?
It doesn't still...
Where is my search radius? Here she is.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance.
Oh.
She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers.
Where
seem
are
to be at
they?
camp.
Where
Go
are
on
they?
ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word
Where
back to
are
the hideaway.
they? Rachel! Huh. Go all the way down here, do I? Just teleport to Odd Hill and start going up that way? Come over here and pick that up while I'm down there? Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Camera. Streamer etiquette. Odd Hill box. Voters. Going the wrong way. Alright, let's get going. This last set of quests, I've got my second wind in me. These last set of quests are knocked out of the way, and we'll be good to go. Finally back on the main story missions. These people have been sitting in the infirmary for far too long.
Come on.
Right, class. Yeah, found.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet.
Sneak
How did
attack.
Dorys come to know a slaver, I wonder?
Some
We've
bricks.
waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more, and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. It'll take a lot better men than you to do
You're
it.
welcome to try.
Oh, Clive's learning.
To me, flames!
People's permafrost is pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan. Having dashes in more than one direction is a pretty big change. As Phoenix, you can only just go to the target. You can't omnidirection like you can with Shiva.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be.
Even if you were, it wouldn't matter.
I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid,
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
You're the criminal.
better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
Just gonna let her walk? Not gonna...
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
Oh yeah,
All right.
that's an acceptable
If you're
ending.
certain.
I am. And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
An acceptable ending. I'll take that one. Discarding the internal cycle of hatred.
I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Please don't send me immediately back to the hideaway. It is though, isn't it? Yep.
Welcome back, Sid. Dorys's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Dorys anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sambrek. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Dorys.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Dorys. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Oh, that's a good quest. Enjoyed that one. Level 43. Very nice. New renown rewards. How far am I? I gotta be really close, right? You must have been in
Covered in nicks and
that
lumps.
chambers. No hunts, right, Nectar? Nope.
How may I help you today, Clive?
1965, so I need another 60. And 2365 for the Genji gloves. Close.
All done?
See what these misses in the bed chamber.
The stew's awfully thin.
Take a look at some of the new trophies we've got on our chamber, our wall of memories. I have a lot of memories still to go. Crimson Caravan signboard. The emblem of the Crimson Caravans. Porters of wide renown based in the market town of Boklad. Picks a laden chocobo. Even after the death of their brother and confidant Theodore, Eloise chose to continue the work they had begun together, freeing bearers from slavery just as she had freed him so many years before. Sips. And lost there will be found. Hard to believe Theo is gone. Every morning I wake, I expect him to be there in the stables, watering the birds or readying the packs. But he is not, and it is everything I can do not to fall on my knees and weep. Still, I know I have to move on. That doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I built all we have here together, so as long as I still have the caravans, he will ever be with me. I shall honor him in death by carrying on what he strove for in life. That is what I choose. Eloise. Go through Amber. Doesn't really matter at this point, I guess. last spherical thingy. And then we have one more quest at Martha's Rest. So close to freedom. Freedom to pursue the rest of the main story. At least I'm assuming it's the rest of the main story. Hope it is. What are you guys doing?
Thanks, Gal.
First breaker.
The people of Armor might not have been the friendliest sorts, but they didn't deserve this. Not that the Aether cares. It springs up wherever it likes. Nowadays, that seems to be all over. Mind how you go, Sid. There's a Kashik about.
Yeah, I ain't scared.
Yeah!
Damn it. The whole village is turned. No need to ride from here.
Really? I ain't doing all that. I don't care about these anti-passion. Trying to get up here to this damn spherical device.
Waken winds!
Nice. It's a pretty sick little sequence. Yeah. There, Shiva dashes. Thinking a whole new level there. Though I just pulled that off, I wasn't even thinking of that. Yeah, yeah, I'll buy it for $1. I've got another big dude. Surely my quest is up there.
Mistakes.
To me, please!
Here it is. It's easy heat wave is what that is.
Nice try.
Come on, do it. Easiest heat wave of my life. Goblet coin. This up and get my last sphere.
That's all of them. Owen can uncross his toes now.
Not yet, he can't, because we gotta go to Martha's Rest and do one more quest. Last one. Fuck yeah. Oh, I'm so excited to be done with these quests. Martha's Rest, the Imperial Province of Rosaria.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As have those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Alright.
Alright.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, when I finish these, I should have enough for the next tier of renown. Whenever I turn in the one to Wayne and finish this one. Because this one is 50. I only needed like 60. Unless this quest, or unless Wayne's quest gives me like absolute dog shit for renown off of it. I don't think it will.
I heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to grow our own food.
The victuals Martha sends us are more than enough for me.
Wade.
Ah, Lord Rossfield.
Lord Rossfield.
What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
Gazal Greens.
These are Gazal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in.
for the whore.
They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
Loktar.
The Horde.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them.
They want this land, they're gonna have to fight for it. They're gonna have to fight for their freedom.
My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared.
No.
And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
I disagree.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
With the frying pan. Yeah. Yeah, gender roles. Or she fights with the frying pan from the kitchen.
What are you doing?
Totally not sexist, Square
Give me a
Enix.
sword.
Kidding.
I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it.
You could dope that she fights as a
I will
culinarian.
protect what's mine.
Wonder if she has.
Or die trying.
I wonder if she has paladin animations for all her attacks.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, My lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory?
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
Let me at him. Let me in, coach. I'm ready.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes.
Hang on.
Not let this village fall. It's over.
Fucker.
Help me, boy. Thanks, boy.
That's like that's my fault. I'm just like mindlessly mashing right now. Permafrost is such a fucking cool mechanic. I love that shit. Some pretty cool little like situations that I presented there with Permafrost. I can imagine if there are more launchable enemies in that pack, I can imagine that being really cool if you can like nail them with a Shiva. Like after you launch him, you dash under him and Permafrost under him, so they're just like frozen in air, I think. Were they freezing air or do they still keep falling on the ground? I have to test that. I can see it leading to some really sick and cool looking combos with all the frost effects going off though.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What's up?
Is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
Oh.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Alright. How do I get there? Oh, I literally just hang a right on the way out of town. Okay. Can't melt my chocolate here, can I? Martha, everything okay?
Come to tell me an Akashic Curl's heading towards the rest? Get yourself down there. We can handle things here.
You got it.
Next one's mine. I might not know one end of a sword from the other, but I can roast the bastards.
Oh yeah.
All right, stay with me. We fight as one.
The Curl was sighted on Rhiannon's ride back towards Martha's Rest. Founder speed you, my lord.
Eastpool will be safe in our hands, my lord. You have my word.
Alright, I trust you. Function of Gerudo and get ready to impulse as soon as this fight starts. I like having Bahamut's iconic abilities, but I like having the grapple from Gerudo combined with them instead of having Mega Flare. Mega Flare's kind of like, it's really good if you can get the level 4. I think I got a couple times yesterday, but you have to like sit there and bait dodges, and it's kind of an annoying sequence of events whenever you're trying to get it out. There's this Curl. Show yourself.
There it is. With me, Torgal.
He has a follow-up to Whip Crack. That's just damage. I mean, just one shot him in one stagger burst. Nice. My limit break and stagger weren't even over yet. Probably would have hit close to 70 in that set.
All right.
All over.
Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
Dead.
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too, and I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Speak with Martha. Finally, time to turn this in. I'm gonna take a break for the bathroom real quick and stuff after this cutscene plays out. I'm gonna park my character in the hideaway, or park Clive in the hideaway, and then we'll take like a quick 3 or 4 minute break. Stretch out, touch grass for like a couple of minutes, use the bathroom, get a drink, and then come back in and we're gonna start the main story up.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
I don't mind if I do.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again.
Yeah, it is.
And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me.
Oh, really?
He showed up
yeah,
at the
Sid
stables one
backstory.
day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Right. Martha's Rest signboard. The emblem of Martha's Rest, personal fiefdom of the Golden Stables and Dominant of the Lamb. Glows with no love for the Empire, the settlement stands as an island of safety in a sea of anything but. Oh baby, we are done with all this, so I'm gonna go park in the hideaway. So quick 3 or 4 minute break, we'll see. I'm not gonna time myself obviously, but time to get some drinks, stretch legs, use the bathroom, that kind of stuff. Do whatever you gotta do. And then when I come back, I'm gonna turn in this quest to Owain. That's the last barrier between the main story continuing, and we're gonna see where we go from here. Right, I'm looking forward to it, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Peace out.